What's up, YouTube? Welcome to a brand new episode of We Sibs, West Coast, East Coast siblings. It's Crisis time. Guys, so we got part 2 of Crisis tonight, and man, I was blown away. Gonna try and not fanboy too much because I just finished watching the episode, but there was so much to talk about. We're gonna talk about the big 3 takeaways, but I'm gonna give initial reactions first. So honestly, I thought this was the best episode, not just in this crossover series, which we've only had 2 episodes so far, but in the entire crossover history. And this was mainly because they went all out. They didn't hold back at all. Not only did we get Tom Welling and Brendan Ruth's Superman, but we also got Kevin Conroy's Batman. And of course, we knew that these characters were going to be showing up at some point, but we didn't know that it was coming in episode 2 so early. I mean, I thought this would be something in the last episode, and that we got all 3 of them in the same episode. That just took it over the top, and it kind of makes me wonder, how are they gonna top that? Now, dealing with Superman, especially his action scenes, are difficult. I mean, we see, CW struggle with that doing Supergirl all the time. Sometimes the animation really doesn't look good. But for them to kind of throw all that out and say, let's have fun with it, and have a Superman versus Superman fight in this episode, man, that was just awesome. So that was just one dream come true for a fan. And then, guys, Kevin Conroy, the voice of Batman, the voice of Batman, finally getting to play the character in live action. Man, just another fan's dream come true. It's like with every word that he said, he was bringing back part of my childhood. I remember watching him in the TV shows and in the video games, and his voice, he just was Batman. So to see him finally get to play that role in live action, I think it was just far overdue, and I'm so glad it finally happened. I mean, yeah, of course, his Batman character was kind of evil and killed Superman, but let's not talk about that. Thought the episode was great, one of the best, if not the best. Now let's get into the biggest 3 takeaways. Starting with number 1, the Paragons. Now, these are 7 people who are going to be the last line of defense against the Anti-Monitor. That's kind of what this whole episode was based in. They were just hopping around looking for these Paragons. It was revealed that one of the Paragons is going to be Kate Kane, which I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, she's very new. I don't want them to put too much pressure on her too soon. She's still developing who she is as Batgirl, let alone to have such an important role in this crossover event where you've got big titans like Supergirl, The Flash, and Arrow. So yeah, I hope they write it well, and I hope that she can handle it. Okay, guys, so now going into the second big takeaway, we have the Harbinger, who is now working with and for the Anti-Monitor. Now, the Monitor alluded to the fact that the stronger the Anti-Monitor grows, the weaker the Monitor grows, so he's kind of losing his grip and becoming less and less valuable as these episodes go on. Meanwhile, the Anti-Monitor is not only super powerful, but getting even stronger, and he's already been having his way with the entire team so far. So, I mean, the team was barely holding on by a thread before the Anti-Monitor started gaining in strength. By that logic, I really don't see how they're going to pull this off, but they have to. Well, because they have more seasons to make. So be on the lookout for that. Harbinger's probably going to be undercover, kind of sabotaging the group's plans and kind of relaying information back to the Anti-Monitor to help the Anti-Monitor win ultimately. But she's going to get found out at some point, and I think the Monitor will still have enough power to kind of just get rid of her. But we shall see. And with that, I want to get into the third and biggest takeaway that we have from this episode, which I did predict. Go back and watch my first episode. Now, everybody was freaking out about Oliver dying, and of course, they've got more of Arrow to show you, so I doubt they were going to finish the season without having Oliver Queen in it himself. So I didn't really buy it. Even the Monitor saying, I didn't even see this coming. I figured he was coming back. I did not know he was going to come back in the very next episode via the Lazarus Pit. Talk about a stretch. But yes, Oliver is back, and this is a good thing and a bad thing. The good thing is obviously Oliver's alive, but the bad thing is it is technically now going according to the Monitor's plan, as Oliver is not dead yet, but will still die in Crisis. Now, in my last episode, I talked about Oliver possibly surviving the whole ordeal and at the end of the final season being left alive to kind of retire. But this resurrection is kind of making me doubt that, especially because they're having trouble getting his soul back. Probably what I think will happen is they're going to have some difficulty getting his soul back, and he's going to be half and half, and he'll say, rather than live half of myself, I'm going to sacrifice myself and, save the multiverse, and then he's actually gonna die. For real this time. Like not coming back. Anyway, guys, those are the biggest takeaways from the episode tonight. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Also, again, I'm teaming up with the Lotta Quente Ledger, our sister channel, to give you full coverage of this Crisis event, so look for videos from them sometime soon. If you like talking movies and TV, if you want to make this conversation bigger, the only way to do that is to like this video. If you like this video, subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single update. Thank you guys as always for watching and subscribing, and I will see you for part 3 of Crisis on Infinite Earths. Peace!